Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, a great millstone, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is another sit-down lesson through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And this is a sit-down lesson, like I mentioned before, for today on this.
You said they ain't gonna send that stuff over here.
Oh.
I told him that he got where he stayed. He said they bring it over his house. He got all that bed real over there.
Oh, okay.
They ain't gonna, he said he got to order again. Because he changed the order. They not gonna do that.
Right.
He said the priest will come in Monday. We out there looking for nothing.
Right.
And you order something, it's gonna come to your address because they responsible for that.
Yeah.
He said you got to be there Monday for showing the funeral. I said, you got to be there for that. Because Monday I got to go pay the light bill.
Right.
I'm trying to let that shit double. I let it double up.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let it double for 2 months.
Right.
But I had to pay it though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like Junior said, that shit, he got to order it over there. He can't order it over here because he don't live over here.
Yeah.
That's why they looking at the address.
Oh, okay.
Because if something go wrong, they have to be responsible for it.
Right.
We just glad he did. Blake just called.
Oh, okay.
And we sent him in looking for the shit yesterday.
Right.
And he said, if you be coming over there, I said, you better have your ass that Monday then.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we stand out there looking for the shit and then they come.
Right.
I wonder and then didn't come. I just thought about it. I said, he got to order it at his ass. Mm-hmm. Some people made some money with that.
Yeah.
They only had one like to live, one on my little channel. It's crazy movie be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know.
Yeah.
They ain't let him order it, so he been ordering it over there.
Right.
He got to order it at his address.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Salakia about that for that momentarily pause, because I was going to talk to my OG. But like I mentioned before, this is a sit-down lesson on this June the 4th, 2022, at 11:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, on this Saturday morning. And this is from newsweek.com, msn.com. And this was published 2 hours ago from Newsweek, and this is on msn.com. And the highlight of this news article, and it reads, U.S. South Korea stage a joint Navy drills as North Korea plans nuclear tests. It says the U.S. and South Korea has conducted a joint Navy drills in the past 3 days, amending concerns that North Korea may soon carry out the first test of a nuclear bomb since 2017. The exercise took place in the international waters of the coast of the Japanese island of Okinawa, and were the first combined military drills involving a U.S. aircraft carrier in 4 years. The drill ended on Saturday. The USS Ronald Reagan, a 100,000-ton aircraft carrier that's nuclear power, participated in the exercises, as well as the guided missile cruiser, the USS Anthem, and the destroyer USS Benfold, which is equipped with the Aegis missile system, if I pronounced that right. If I pronounced that name right, of that missile system. It says the exercise consulted the two countries' determination to sternly respond to any North Korea provocations, I meant to say, while demonstrating the U.S. commitment to provide extended deterrence. South Korea Joint Chief of Staff JCS said in a statement on Saturday. The JCS reported that the exercise involving defense, anti-ships, anti-submarines, and maritime interdiction operations. The drill comes as the U.S. and its allies has expressed concern that North Korea could be able to perform its first nuclear test in 5 years and 7 nuclear tests since 2006. Sung Kim, the U.S. Special Representation for North Korea, said on Friday that the U.S. was preparing for all contingencies and coordinating with South Korea and Japan on a potential North Korean nuclear test. North Korea is officially known as the Democratic Republic of Korea. Last carried out nuclear tests since 2017, when the government said it has detonated a thermonuclear bomb designated for its intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is the ICBMs. The U.S. assists that the DPRK is preparing its nuclear test site for what it will be a seventh nuclear test. This assessment is consistent with the DPRK's own recent public statement, Kim said on Friday. North Korea has performed 17 missile tests this year, which one of them was the first ICBM test in nearly 5 years. The country is currently suffering from a major Cold War 19, which dictator Kim Jong-un appearing in public wearing a face mask. The U.S. The U.S. and South Korea will soon participate in another major exercise when the Rim of Pacific RIMPAC exercises take place between June the 29th and August the 4th, taking the form of Naval war game 26 countries will take part of in the RIMPAC, and the exercises will be based in San Diego, California, and Honolulu, Hawaii. It says some 25,000 personnel are expected to be involved, along with 38 surface ships, 4 submarines, and 170 aircraft of RIMPAC may soon be as seen as a signal to China, as 5 countries on the South China Sea will be participating. During his visit to South Korea last month, President Joe Biden and the U.S. would enhance deterioration aimed at North Korea. His remarks came after North Korean leader vows to step up his country's nuclear missile program. We will continue to take steps to strengthen and develop our nation's nuclear capabilities at the fast pace, the dictator says at a military parade on April the 25th. So yeah, hey, once again, let the weak say I'm strong, and wars and rumors of wars. As I always mention, I'm bringing the scriptures out. Joel 3:10. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pony hooks, right? The swords, which is, the sword is the weapon, the modern day weapon. And the spears, that's the arrows, the arrows of the nuclear arsenal, for these nations. And let the weak say I am strong, right? Because as I was bringing out that news article, as I've been mentioning before in my previous videos, and relates to these wars and rumors of wars and the nation shall rise against nations. As you see, as in the news article that I just read, Kim Jong-un still kept his word from January the 1st of 2022 of this year, and then all the way from April the 25th, when they had a little parade, I believe they was displaying their nuclear weapons, their nuclear arsenal. He said he's going to continue to step up his nuclear capability and his nuclear arsenal as well too. You know, now you got the amending tensions, with the United States and Japan and South Korea trying to stop North Korea from constantly, doing developments of nuclear arsenal with the ICBM missiles, the long range, short range, and the mid range as well too. And I believe North Korea this is going to be their first ever nuclear bomb test since 2017 and 2006. So, the United States and South Korea and Japan, they on high alert on that. So, hey, these rumors of wars are increasing. And then I was reading all the way down through the article, it was going to be another joint exercise drills. And it's going to be concluding the United States and its allies as well, too. That might potentially send a warning to, China, because you already have tensions with the South China Sea, as I mentioned in my previous videos as well, too, because you got tensions going on down there with Beijing, Japan, United States, and Taipei, because not too long ago, I believe the United States equipped Taipei with Patriot weaponry protection, and they was training Taipei soldiers down there as well too, down there in the South China Sea. And then you have like warplanes being deployed down there with China's on their end. And then, you have Taipei, they was monitoring the situation down there to stopping China's continual deployment of increase of warplanes and anything that's war related, down there in the South China Sea. So, yeah, these tensions are stirring up between these nations, and with these nations doing their nuclear missile arsenal tests, especially with Iran as well too, China and Russia. I believe Russia, they launched their second missile so far this year, from a couple of weeks ago, and recently about a week ago, not too long ago. So yeah, these tensions are stirring up. That's why from all the way from last year of 2021 and all the way into this year of 2022, that's all you've been seeing. These nations doing military exercise drills, launching missiles, launching hypersonic missiles, launching ICBM missiles, creation of uranium, of this nuclear capability of what Iran doing over there. So, it's a lot of activity going on and relates to these wars and rumors of wars. And the nations shall rise against nations, and to let the weak say I am strong as well too, This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pulley hooks, and let the weak say I am strong, right? That's what you see in North Korea. It's starting to consistently show their nuclear capability, Once Kim Jong-un made that statement, and he kept his word on that, that's where now you're going to potentially see his 17th nuclear missile test, and the first ever time of a potential creating a nuclear test of a hypersonic bomb or a nuclear bomb, I believe. So yeah, these nations gearing up. They gearing up in that warlike mode, preparation for World War III. And you're seeing it in these last days, And these are biblical prophecy times that we're currently living in. And it's going to furthermore increase more and more, This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. And the end is not yet, right? Because the end is not yet, because more prophecies are still is going to happen, especially and it relates to World War III. And especially in reference, I roughly paraphrase Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly, right? Because we are in the stages of getting close to imminent of World War III. This is the book of Matthew's, chapter 24. Salaki. Let me go to verse 7. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. In verse 7 in the book of Matthew, through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, right? Because you're going to see the increase of the kingdoms going against one another, of different kingdoms and different nations as well, too. And it's going to furthermore increase, and the increase of wars and rumors of wars, because the wars and rumors of wars is heating up, and it's going to heat up even more in these last days, So with that, that's all I wanted to bring out, this quick sit-down lesson of this World War III update, because World War III is knocking at the door, and it's heating up, because we are entering in the stages in the process of an imminent World War III. And you're seeing the signs, with these nations gearing up, preparing for war, So with that, I hope this was edifying once again through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, the great millstone, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Hakim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.